Hello, everyone. My name is Azeb Freitas, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Freitas podcast. Welcome to Conversations with Creatives. These episodes are brought to you in collaboration with Entropy Theater for Entropyfest, themed Emergence. Entropyfest is a celebration of local emerging artists in the New England area, and the Freitas Effect is serving as MCs on the weekends of May 20th to the 22nd and May 27th to the 29th. The ticket information is available in all of our social medias, as well as Entropy's social media platforms, and in the description of these episodes. So I would proudly like to present our guest for today. You might know him as the other co-host of this show, Simon Peter Freitas. Pew, 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 pew.
Hello!
Simon, how would you like to introduce yourself to the people? How would you like them to know you?
Hi, I am a Cambridge resident for now. I am an artist. I am black. I am white. I am all the colors. I am none of the colors. Color is a social construct because I believe that everything is a social construct. But what is social construction? Because what is existence and what is understanding? Anyways, a lot of questions, and today is the day for questions because it's an interview, and we are here. Horton, here's a who. Who am I? That's who I am. Azeb, that's how I'd like the people to know me.
That was chaos.
Oh, yeah.
But I love
That's
it.
where we're going today. Entropy! All right.
Yes. Let's spiral right into our questions then. How, Simon, did you get involved with Entropy?
Well, first of all, I'm a graduate of the University of New Hampshire, and I met Joe and Kaylee when I was in the Mask and Dagger Theater Society, which, if you listen to the Entropy Company interview, it's a group that students are allowed to have a lot of freedom to put on plays. You get to learn a lot of, how a play goes up and how you can do it for yourself. So Joe was my director, and Kaylee, I think, was assistant directing. I auditioned for another play with Joe, and I didn't get in, but, you keep going, you keep trying. It's the artist mentality of, I'm not good enough, but you are good enough, and it just wasn't a good fit for you. And after college, I started working on this podcast with Azeb, and it was during the Black Lives Matter movement come up during the pandemic. And when George Floyd was murdered, then there was a big anti-racism movement for the theater community. So George and Kaylee were two of the founding members of Entropy Theater.
Joe and Kaylee?
Joe and Kaylee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What did I say?
George.
George?
Yes.
I am sorry. Joe and Kaylee were two of the three company members of Entropy Theater, along with Colin. And they reached out to a bunch of our fellow UNH alums who were part of Mask and Dagger, asking if ourselves or anyone else that we knew who were a fan of the arts, especially of the theater community, wanted to be a part of these restructuring conversations that had to do with being actively anti-racist. Oh, I had just left my position at Tufts. I was so far out of the theater community. I really wanted to be a part of something that was resonating with me. And as someone who graduated as a social work major and a theater minor, this was just my way back in. So kicked down that door, hopped right on in, and I became the fourth company member.
Hey!
Yee. And we have been working with so many different initiatives, like the Line Drawn Initiative, the different stage source, implicit bias trainings, just really holding ourselves and the entire community accountable to just make safe spaces for everyone and just try to keep, theater in a way that's accessible and that's like a space that it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Because when I first entered theater, I'll get into this a little later, but it's, I feel like you walk into the space and you just kind of feel like, we're the island of misfit toys. It's like you're finally in that space of like, I don't even have to be me right now. It's like I could be anyone and I'm still being myself. Mm-hmm. I'm really grateful that I was able to join Entropy Theater in that way because I feel like it took me out of a really dark place and into a company that, we're able to create such amazing things like Entropyfest. Mm-hmm. Where we're openly anti-racist. Mm-hmm. We are openly trying to bring opportunities to artists that have never had these opportunities before, who are emerging and who just need the space that hasn't been given to them before. Right. And we're creating that.
Yes. Speaking of emerging, it's almost like you could see the question I'm about to ask you next.
Oh my god, but I can't.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm the guest.
So, like, what does emergence mean to you?
To me, emergence is the caterpillar coming out of his mucus form in the cocoon as the beautiful butterfly. Because we are all born as caterpillars, walking around, little furry creatures, bunch of legs.
Yeah.
Just stumbling, eating, pooping, puking,
Yes,
eating,
yes.
sleeping, sweating, crying, and then something happens and we all become this gelatinous mucus in this hard shell skin.
Yes.
And we're just floating around and we're just like, but eventually you become this beautiful fucking butterfly and you're like, God damn it, I need to get out of here. And you're like, bam, hard shell skin, I'm out. So you break out of that horrible, disgusting, weird thing that has been staying stagnant, and you become a dynamic, beautiful, colorful fucking butterfly that is allowed to spread its wings, fly, become an artist, become a, like, whatever the fuck you want to be, and you emerge out of that thing that has been holding you in a box.
The chrysalis.
The chrysalis. Oh, we love this. Azeb's got the scientific terms.
You know, 4th grade did me right.
Are you smarter than a 4th grader? She is.
Maybe.
So, so that's what emergence means to me.
So that was exciting to hear you talk so passionately about emerging. What are you the most excited for about Entropyfest?
Oh gosh, I'm excited about a very many lot of things.
Okay.
That is the start. But
Yay.
I'd have to say the one individual thing I'm very excited about is seeing these final products.
Ooh.
Because, you know, when we started these conversations, me, Joe, Kaylee, and Colin, about even what show we wanted to do next, I never thought we would land on Entropyfest. Like, I couldn't have imagined that we would be hosting a festival of art that isn't done yet. You know? So none of this has ever been done before. So it's gonna be a once in a lifetime event. You know, it's like I want to know what's gonna happen because no one knows what's gonna happen.
It's just gonna be a big surprise.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Surprise.
And it's a continuous surprise as we continue to go along.
So that's what I'm excited for. Like, the process is definitely going to be, it's going to be a lot of work and it's going to be exciting. It's going to have its tolls, but in the end, I feel like it's going to be so, it's going to be so nourishing for the soul, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Like, that space is going to, like, that little black box theater. Oh my God. I can't wait to be in it. Like,
it's gonna be magical.
Yeah.
So get your motherfucking ticks.
Get those ticks, and if you can't get the ticks, then hop on that crowdfunding campaign. Pay them money. Please. Money, please.
Money, please. Money. Amazing. Okay, so now we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of my love.
You.
A lot of my singing is mumbles.
Mumble rap,
but
singing.
like, Simon.
Yeah.
Do you identify as an artist?
Oh my God.
And when did you, if you ever did?
So I definitely identify as an artist now. I think I have identified as an artist for a while, but I haven't, like, openly shared that with people until, like, high school. Like, you know, like, it took, like, at least it was in high school that I, like, identified as an artist.
That's cool. Good for you.
Yeah, but it wasn't like this is going to be my career. You know, like, it was always like it
was like,
I do art.
Yeah.
Like, I do everything and I do art. Like, I always thought I was going to be an animal science major. I was an animal science major. I always thought I was going to be a veterinarian. Even when I went in my senior year and I was taking a bunch of music classes because the theater department was cut severely at my schools. And, you know, it's just something that happens at a lot of public schools where there's no money for the arts. But, you know, I was trying to take a bunch of arts classes and they asked me, are you majoring in arts? And I was like, no, I'm majoring in animal science because, you know, I won't make money in the arts because that's what my mentality was. And they were like, well, then, you know, it looks like you're going to be majoring in music. And I was like, okay. And they didn't, you know, like, I wasn't very lucky to have a lot of guidance or a lot of mentors at the time. So it was hard for me to find my direction in the arts community. But I was lucky that I had that fuel and that passion that's always been in me, where I've always drawn, I've always just recorded myself making noises, I've always just acted shit out, like, like I've just always just been, I've wanted to be the center of attention forever, so like, it's just it's something that's in me that I just keep driving towards. And I do have talent. Like, it's like I do keep fucking working on it. Like, I acknowledge my shortcomings. I fucking work on them. And, like, you do keep pushing. Like, eventually I did find mentors. I did find these things. But openly identifying as an artist, I think, took until, like, the mid-high school and, like, beginning of college, where I was like, okay, this is something I'm devoting so much of my time
to.
Yeah. Where, like, maybe this could be something that does make me money, even if it's not all my money.
Or it just makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then eventually it switched to, this makes me happy, and what makes me happy is what I will pursue. Like, eventually I need something that pays the bills, but also, like, I'm not paying my bills to be happy. I'm paying my bills to stay alive. I'm doing art to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we didn't create the fucking system of the United States for people to be happy. We created this for freedom. Like, so you can have freedom to live, but you don't have freedom to be happy. Mm-hmm. So you have to choose to be happy.
And happiness is a form of freedom, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Joy!
Joy to us. If we choose it.
Yes.
Yeah, and if we keep working on it. Because, like I always say, happiness is a freaking whore. She comes and they come and go, and, it's not a girl, because, women get too oppressed in this goddamn nation, and patriarchy's a fucking piece of shit. Anyway, sorry. It's yeah. But, yes.
Amazing.
Those are very much strong feelings.
How did you find your path to the arts world? What brought you there?
That's really hard for me, because I don't know what the start was.
I could tell you from my perspective.
What do you think it is?
Okay, so way back in the day when we were in like kindergarten or preschool, I don't even remember. I think it was preschool, and we went to the Children's Museum. Yeah, the Three Little Pigs.
Yeah.
That was like your first debut or your intro to like acting,
Yeah.
And that was like the first time I've ever like obviously witnessed you perform or be on stage, but that was like, I feel like that was kind of just like your preface, right? I think also like growing up in church, we were always forced to sing.
Yeah. That is a big part of it.
And for like me, I would like go with my homies in the car and we'd just be singing.
Mm-hmm.
We had our fake little band. But
definitely growing up in church though, that grows your voice. Like you learn how to sing a song every week. You go up in front of a crowd of 50 to a couple hundred people depending on the holiday, and you sing different tunes, different keys, different, rhythms. You learn how to clap. Sometimes you'll learn how to play the kabaro. Like, kabaro is a drum for the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. Personally, I never took any singing lessons, but when I got into college, I started singing around the house, and my mom always asked me, like, when the hell did you learn how to sing? And I was like, church. But I think my first actual, like, step into the arts community, because I remember like being in arts classes and being in those things and just being like, yeah, I love this. But the first time I initiated it was when I watched like the sixth. It was a stupid play, but like I watched like the 6th grade drama club play of like washing your hands, and like Lil Susie didn't wash with warm water, so she got sick, and everyone washed with cold water, getting sick, and then little Sammy washing with hot water, and he killed them germs, and he didn't get sick, and I was like, damn, I could be a germ. And then I like went to the drama club meeting, and I was like, damn. And I think that's when I first started joining like the organized artistic groups. Like,
like that was a you choice.
Yeah. And that year was actually the best freaking year for drama club, because after that we lost our like amazing organizer. Like I went to go see a freaking off-Broadway play down in Boston that year in 6th grade. I think it was She Loves Me.
Oh shit.
Oh god, that was the first play I ever saw, and that probably is actually what really inspired me to keep pursuing theater.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, because I was also gonna say that like when I was doing stuff, like mom and dad made you do dance.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was just kind of like...
They didn't make me.
Yeah, you wanted to.
No, I wanted to. Yeah,
That was a choice.
I wanted to do jazz dance because I was like, there are no fucking boys on this stage.
There was one boy, and it was Lisa Liston's son, and he was breakdancing.
And he was white, and I was
white,
black.
and,
so I was like, I'm the center of attention. So
that's why I was kind of like, you've always kind of done stuff. You know?
I love being the center of attention. It's great.
Another moment was the recorder.
Oh god.
Yeah, the intro to the recorder.
I killed that. I got to black belt fast.
I didn't do that because I was in Catholic school, and they just didn't do music and happiness in Catholic school unless you were doing the Christmas pageant, which is a whole nother story for another day. Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember the Christmas pageant in public school. One time I was just doing like a little air guitar thing, and they were like, do you want to do that during the concert?
Yeah, they did that to me too.
Oh my, they made me bring in an acoustic guitar in the middle of the Christmas pageant and run out on stage and fake a guitar solo. And I was like, this is an electric guitar. Y'all didn't, but it's public school. They didn't have an electric guitar.
They got no funding.
No funding.
Can barely pay their teachers.
Yeah, so when you're wondering why your public school is failing you, hashtag donate to your public school system maybe or something. I don't know. Pay your taxes.
Watch Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, watch it. Get on them shows. Or just watch Entropyfest, you know?
Or just support us.
Just, you know. Anyways.
So did we answer the question?
I found my path through the church, through my decision to go to the drama club, and just because I love being the center of attention.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also I would say I found my path to drawing because I haven't really talked much about my drawing, but I use drawing a lot to help me, like, with my own like anxiety and just in situations when I want to just be more in the present moment instead of like you feel these thoughts running through your head. Like I would just see like a cup and it's like, fuck it, I see that cup, I'm gonna draw the cup. And then it's like after that I started taking a few art classes in high school, and then during that you know, I meet a few friends, you start getting better at drawing, you start trying painting, you start going out on paint nights with people. So I would, you know, I've talked about that a little bit throughout the Freitas Effect podcast if you have listened to our episodes. So I would say, you know, you do have to actively make that choice. Like, you know, just pulling back to taking that first step to go into the drama club. Like, you do have to actively make choices to keep art in your life and be happy. But so that's how you find your path. You make it.
Yeah. So how have you kind of like honed your skills?
Classes. I have found pursuing courses is one of the best ways to get feedback. Like you can work on stuff on your own as much as you want, and that's great. And then as soon as you get in front of other people, that is when you will really feel the challenge. Like, you know, it's like, because I feel like I will push myself alone, but that it's hard to tell when I'm pushing myself too hard, and like, you know, like there's only so much growth that you can do by yourself without being hard on yourself too. And without like, I don't know, it's hard to pat yourself on the back in the middle of being hard on yourself, you know? Like, I feel like a teacher is better at giving constructive criticism and being nice, and if you have a bad teacher, you can move on, or if you're being bad to yourself,
it's just a toxic relationship with you.
And it's like,
but you need other people. Like, you just always need other people,
and you get inspired by other people in your course, and you get inspired by taking other courses and being in new spaces and being outside of your usual habits and your usual pattern, and trying a Zoom class, trying like, you know, commuting to somewhere, trying, you know, just trying new things. Like, fuck it. Like, I like paint nights. I never thought I'd like paint nights. I fucking love paint nights. I can't afford them. But, like, when you can afford these things, they're so fucking useful. Like, my acting courses in college, that is how I grew the most as an actor. Fucking drum corps. Like, it was extremely hard, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, my body has not recovered. My body has not recovered from drum corps. My knees have been permanently damaged. But that is something that happens when you're over 300 pounds and you're trying to march at fucking 180. 180 is 180 beats per minute, so that's, you know, just fucking running at full sprint. On your tiptoes.
In a uniform.
With a trumpet.
And shoes that are not built
and it's
for that
100 degrees in August. Happy birthday. Anyways, so it was my birthday. Anyways,
And
so
you're losing.
and then
And getting yelled
hashtag
at.
third place. But
Hugs and
sometimes you
kisses.
do have to go through those really hard experiences too to see what you don't like. Like, I'm not gonna say
Yes.
drum corps was horrible, but I'm gonna say that I wouldn't go back and teach it. Like, I went back and taught percussion ensemble because I loved being in percussion ensemble.
But there was also a theatrical aspect
It's
to
way
it.
more theatrical.
Yeah.
And it's inside. Like, you know, I don't like being outside. I don't like bugs. I don't like I like the sun, but I don't like getting burned by the sun. I think I'm black, guys. You know, I think that I do not need sunscreen, and I am wrong. I think everyone needs sunscreen for the sake of, like, skin cancer, but other than that, it's just like, we were putting tanning oil on in July. What is wrong with us? So, like, you know, it's just like...
They weren't encouraging you to do that.
They weren't, but
That
I was
just a
just
you
doing
choice.
it. Again, sometimes you choose to be happy, and it is not a good decision.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'd say I've honed my skills by courses, seeking, you know, education outside of my circle, you know, and like just kind of breaking my normal patterns to figure out how I can really grow in a way that I would never expect.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you considered other types of art forms outside of theater and drawing? Like, are there any other things that you're interested in exploring, or like people that you're interested in collaborating with, like any kind of stuff like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty open to doing like any kind of art. I just feel like an artist. I don't feel like I'm tied down to anything. I don't know what I'm bad at yet, you know? Like, I just kind of feel like you'd keep doing stuff until you fail. And then, what is failure? You know, you define success for yourself. I haven't been able to find a lot of people to collaborate with recently. Like, that's something that I want to do more. But it's hard to find that time.
Do you have anything in mind that you're thinking about specifically that you're interested in exploring, like for collaboration? Or you're kind of just like, if the opportunity presents itself, like I'll consider that.
I'm more on the as opportunities arise, you know.
You'll just kind of like look at it, assess, and then decide if that's what's right for you in that moment.
Yeah, because I have so much fucking going on.
Period.
You know, it's like, holy fucking shit.
You do. You do.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Because I've experimented, as I've mentioned, with so fucking much that it's like, I'm curious of what else is there. You know, it's like, I know in the forms that I've tried that there are more things that I could do. But I do also know that I don't like to do the technical side of theater. I don't like to do, you know, there are things in these aspects that I'm not good at, and that you could keep working on them and you could keep getting better at them, or I could keep getting better at them. But I also I'd rather take my time, because we all have such a limited amount of time on this earth, and use it pursuing the things that I know I enjoy doing and that I see myself growing with, and like, you know, like I'm excited to grow with. So like with acting, I pursued theater first, and I've started working with film, and I know right now I have a couple like film opportunities coming up, but it's so hard to break into that fucking scene, and that's something that I'm trying to break into right now. Film.
Cool.
Yeah.
You've been doing that though.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I've only done a few of those so far, but I know I want to do a lot more.
This is an evolution. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. So speaking of all the things you're working on, what are you working on now?
I am a host on on the podcast. I am a host on Entropyfest.
Yes.
I am a company member of Entropy. I am Simon Freitas from Simon Freitas Productions.
Yes.
I am
TikTok entrepreneur.
I am an extra in the upcoming movie called Umbra, the short film from Soul Prophet Productions.
Ew.
I am the lead actor Desta in the upcoming production, or the upcoming short film coming out called Gorsha,
Ew.
Ethiopian short film produced by his Kel Burhanu from Wesleyan University,
Ew.
upcoming director
Ew.
in fucking LA or something. I don't remember where he's gonna live because he's moving.
Good for him. We love to see it.
Go Hizkel, we love you. You did great. You were an amazing director. I loved working with you and my whole cast. I love you guys.
Give him the Oscar now.
Like right fucking now. And at Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, if y'all need submissions, just look at me. So
Crying.
So that's what I've been working on, what I am working on, and I really hope to be working on more film shit because it's not that I like to work on film, but I like to have videos, like just to have something that's like
tangible
permanent
and you can remember and look back,
because I love being in theater. Theater is a in the moment thing.
Yeah, it's like you lived it and then that's it,
and then you can't go back,
and that's the last time.
And like you get videos of it and it's amazing. It's just it will never be the same. It's never the same
because it's not made for like the long lastingness of like being consumed through film or like to be processed that way. Theater is literally a live experience, and that's what makes it so special and different. And that's why like the difference between when you listen to an artist's album, right, like a musical album, you're just listening to like a whole project, right? When you listen to that versus when you see it in concert is completely fucking different.
Oh yeah.
Where can we find your work? How can we stalk you? What's the word?
All right, so all of my social media is Simon Freitas Productions. My website is simonfreitas.net, and you are listening to The Freitas Effect. I also am on this, and also Entropy Theater. On their social medias, on the Entropy Theater website, maybe, who knows, that my face is on the team page. So you could stalk my face there.
Sweet.
And yeah, I think those are all the places you could stalk me at the moment. And if I can think of more, I will let you guys know on my website, because I think I'm going to start a blog. So
okay,
I'll keep you guys posted. See what I did there?
Oh
it's a blog.
God.
All right, I'll stop.
Throw the mic out the window. Amazing. Well, Simon, it's been a pleasure to have you on your own show.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here, for sharing your words, your wisdom, your kindness, your love, your light. We're super excited to be producing Entropyfest. I'm excited to share the stage with you as a host, to do a whole fucking shebang. And thank you guys for listening, for continuing to listen, for loving us, for being here, for being with us. And we hope to see you in May. Get your tickets.
Get 'em.
And you know the vibes. Have a great rest of your week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.